Y'all ready to go? I know I'm late. Sorry. Who? Right here? Okay.
Okay, we'll take a couple of questions for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Alrighty. Driver of the number 88 Diet Mountain Dew Chevrolet. 3 wins in 2014. Best finish here at Kansas is a second. 8 top 10s. We'll open it up for questions. We'll start with Lee in the back, then go to Bob. We'll get as many in as we can.
LeeSpencerMotorsport.com. Just reflect a little bit on turning 40, kind of get it out of the way now. And are you where you think? Are you where you thought you would be? You know, can you just over the last 20 years, what has your NASCAR career meant to you, et cetera?
Yeah, definitely accomplished more than I thought I would when I was younger. I just wanted to make it, and being the son of a guy that was so successful, the more success he had, it seemed like the harder it'd be for me to make it. And I'd just be some sort of a chapter in that whole thing. But I've real happy with what I've been able to accomplish and who I've been able to work with and the friends I've been able to make. And that's probably the best thing is just the relationships that you create. Being a part of this sport, there's so many great people in it, no matter what department you talk about. And it's just fun getting to know all those people that help get this thing going and move it from race to race. And but the accomplishments as far as just the statistics, it's definitely exceeded my expectations. And we're still winning races and running good, so maybe we can get a few more wins and have some more fun before it's over. But definitely having this birthday come up makes you reflect quite a bit back on not so much the decisions or any regrets you have, just the fun stuff you've done, and is the next 40 years going to be just as good, because the first 40 were pretty great.
Okay, we'll go to Bob.
Bob Hocker, Scoring News. Saw you tweeted to Ned Yost this week. Can you, obviously he's a friend of your dad's for a long time. How well do you know him, and have you guys traded any texts or calls this year, either after you won Daytona or in the last few weeks?
I read a couple articles where he was real pleased with how we did in Daytona, and knowing his friendship with my dad, it's pretty cool that he's watching me. So that meant a really good deal to me. He's a genuine guy with a genuine appreciation and friendship with my father, and so I know that it means a lot to me that he follows me still to this day, and I think that I want to see him do well as much. I've seen him in different circles. He's been on iRacing a little bit over the last several years and seen him on there and just different things, but we don't really have a consistent contact with each other, but there's a mutual respect for sure.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Jim.
Jim Utter, Charlotte Observer. This is kind of a question on Chase Elliott. You've talked about this before. A lot of people are quick to say for 18 years old, Chase seems very mature and for his age, and he also seems a little at times hard on himself about making mistakes. Do you think that he's kind of his own worst critic in a way? And with being only 18 and probably a very long career ahead of him, is that good or bad to be like that?
I think that the praise that he receives makes him uncomfortable, and he wants people to realize that he knows and understands he has a lot to learn, and that he's not buying into the hype, and that he understands he's on a mission that's going to last a long time, and he's just got a lot of things to understand and learn still, and he doesn't want people to think that he's making any assumptions of himself. So he wants people to appreciate how grounded he is in his understanding of his celebrity or his success on the track, and I think that that's a good trait. I think he's got a lot of humility, and he just was raised in a good house with great parents that have got a lot of great qualities in him through that experience. But I think that the praise that he receives makes him a little bit uncomfortable, and I can totally relate to that. When you start out, you're just getting going, and people think you're this great thing, and it puts a lot of pressure on you, and you just kind of want to slow that down a little bit and just go through the motions and do what you're doing and go to the racetrack. And you're going to have great days and going to have days where everything doesn't work out, and he understands that he's got to learn through all those processes still.
Okay, we'll take Claire.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. With Regan Smith staying, what are your hopes and future plans for Junior Motorsports now? And has that changed? I mean, is it evolving and we'll see different things there? What do you look ahead towards?
Well, the Nationwide Series is a year-to-year deal. Our sponsorships are short-term compared to the Cup level, so our relationships with our drivers have to fit in those windows as well. And that's nothing unusual about going year-to-year or every 2 years with a driver contract, because we do the same thing with the sponsorships as well sometimes. We'd love to have longer agreements, but that just depends on the money, just like every other piece of the puzzle. The money really has a big effect on it. I'd love to continue to. I'm really, really happy that we're basically going to have a carbon copy of what we did this year next season. We've had a lot of success, and I think we can build on that, and everything's going to stay in place, and we're going to go on down the road. And on down the road is just 12 months. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the Cup Series, you look a little further, but I'd like to race for that company one day, so I hope we'll keep it healthy until that opportunity presents itself whenever I'm done Cup racing, to jump in a Nationwide car and do that for a couple years in my own shop.
Okay, Ryan.
Ryan McGee, ESPN. Dale, I get the sense a lot of guys don't necessarily like hitting the reset button for this next phase of the chase. I get the sense you're okay with that. Good to get these first three out of the way and hit the reset button and kind of start over now?
Absolutely, yeah. We didn't do too well this first three, so the reset button's in favor of our team. We feel like that we're not realizing our potential, and I think it's obvious that we're not realizing our potential, and this gives us an opportunity to sort of get back into the championship battle. And had they not structured it so that, I don't know that we would be feeling too confident about our chances at this point. But now it's all back to zero. We can get regrouped and get confident again and come out of here with a great finish. We're back in it.
Okay, final two questions, Steve and Steve.
Steve Post, MRN. Thursday, this coming Thursday night, Dale, Amy is racing in the Better Half Dash.
Yeah.
She did some testing. I know you weren't able to be there the other. How's that going? What's that been like for you to watch, to be on the other side of the pit wall, if you will?
Yeah, I've been working real hard, so I haven't had a chance to go to her test. But TJ went to the first one, and LW went to the second one, and her speeds are good. She's not the slowest, she's not the fastest, but she's having a lot of fun. She's really, really, really nervous, and but she just wants to. She's happy to be involved in it because of the cause, and to be able to do something good makes her feel good, and she's happy to be involved in it for the charitable aspects of it. But I don't know that she's starting to kind of realize that she might have bit off more she can chew on the driving side of it. But I think it's a good experience for her, and she's having fun with it. I just told her just to enjoy it. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. You're not a race car driver. Just go out there and have fun.
Okay, final question, Steve.
Steve Richards with PRN. Dale, on Wednesday at the Hall of Fame, several of the guys were asked about Clint Boyer being a father. And I wanted to ask you, what kind of father do you think Boyer will be, and what kind of kid do you think will come out of Clint Boyer eventually?
Yeah, I mean, if he's anything like Clint, he'll be okay. Clint's a great guy, a good friend. I have a lot of fun with him, and I don't think that's going to change. I mean, certainly his priorities are going to change in order, and being a father is going to become a focal point in his life. But I don't think it's going to change his personality a whole lot, and that's probably a good thing for his child. So I think he'll be a great dad, and he's going to be a lot of fun, especially when a kid gets older and he can start to do more things and they can do things together. I think that they'll have a lot of fun together. If it's anything like Clint, it'll be great. So Clint's a good guy. So I think he's outside, so I got to talk good about him.
I was going to say, I think that was intentional. All right, and on that note, we're going to thank you, Dale, for your time today. We appreciate it.
Sorry I was late.
Thank you.